guys, welcome to today's class, quick bite-sized class, where I'm talking about how to increase the power of your punch, how to get more power from your punch. Now, when you start karate, you will learn the basic punch, which is straight punch, okay? So all of you on this video, okay, probably know how to do that. Correct rotation of the hand at the right moment, finishing. Okay, so you learn the punch, okay? But what you don't know you're not learning is the key to punching powerfully. That comes later, and you probably won't feel that power well into your higher grades, purple, brown, black. Okay, I remember the day I felt the snap of my punch, which almost felt effortless, but powerful. And I was really excited to feel that. It was the power of focus at the end coming together with all the right movements, which I'm going to explain now, of the whole body. So the punch, guys, all right, is not just the arm, all right, but most people think it is when they start karate. So they punch, but they punch with the arm, okay? And they just copy the movement. So you guys are copying the movement if you're a lower grade, okay? Anyone who's new did this, including me. In fact, I tried to get false power from my punch, and what I was doing was I was throwing my arm out so fast, I was locking my elbow. And later on, soon, not long after certain belts, the lower grade belts, I started feeling pain in my elbows. And I realized this is why. That's false power, guys, and also not good for you. So you want to get natural and good technical power, if you like, a good technique. You want to get the power from doing it properly, is what I'm trying to say. So let's move on. So that's what you're looking for, a nice snap at the end. So you learn the punch, that's the first step, okay? By the way, if you're watching this video, just do this action, okay? Just practice that a few times, okay? Now, you were taught to bring this hand back. That's the first key to more power. And the reason you're taught to bring this back is because you want to get the hips and this area, okay, involved in the punch, okay? I want you all to try this now, okay? Keep your hands like that, relax your shoulders, and just turn your hips. Snappy way, fast, feeling the power. There's a little bit of power there. That's the additional power you want to then go into the attack, okay, the punch. So when you bring this hand back, there's a slight snap of the hips, okay? It's like almost a reverse action as you bring this hand to the hip, okay? And you don't get that for a while after you've started training, okay? When you start to feel that and you execute it at the right moment, that's when you start getting the power. So try this a little bit, okay? As you punch, bring this hand back, slow motion. Turn your hip forward to this punch. Sorry, to this hand coming back. And then bring it back. It's a very quick, snappy move. See that? Almost snappy and back. Snap and back. That's the final moment of the power you want. From the hand coming back and the hip getting involved. Okay? Well, when you do that, you're then bringing more power to the punch. As I said earlier, you're not just punching with your arm in karate. You've got to bring it all in to play. Now, when you bring this in to play, okay, you then bring your legs into play. The power of the legs into the floor solidly, bringing up more of a what do you call it? More like, you know, if you think of a tree, the roots of the tree holding it strong. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Okay, you're looking for that focus point at the end when you bring this hand back, hips work, also your legs strong. Okay, so at the end of the punch, okay, don't get too bogged down about the legs for now. Think about the hips, think about the hand coming back, and then let's bring something else into it, the breathing out. This is really important, the breathing out at the correct moment, which is exactly the same moment as this lands, this comes back, and you tense your body. Just that moment, very, very short tension, okay? Because you don't want to hold it for too long, okay? That, we'll talk about that after. But let's try that. So, after you've tried the punch and bringing the hand back a few times, practice it, guys. Don't just watch this video and go, oh, I know how to punch. It's not the way it is. You have to do this punch thousands of times before you start feeling good on the punch, okay? So, if you learn this punch, you think you know this punch, okay? By the time you're red belt, I know this punch, I don't need to practice it. Well, some people do. Guys, it's not the way it is. We keep practicing Kion Kata, 20 moves, and always improving it, right up to, you know, the black belt and onwards. Always practicing to get the best Kion ever. Same with the punch. We practice it till we get the best punch ever. To feel the focus. So, you need to practice, guys. The message is you need to practice. So, practice the punch. Once you've got that, and you're rotating at the right time, bringing this back, make sure this hand comes back enough. This is one of the main problems we see with lower grades and higher grades, by the way. Their hand comes to here, and it doesn't actually affect this. Okay, so it needs to come back to about that area, just above the hip bone. Okay, back. Elbow pointing back, not sideways. Okay, another key to this, bringing back arm, is keeping the elbow tight in and comes back, not goes out and then in. Make sure that's not where you're getting power. Also, false power, which I've seen many times. I've probably done it myself in the past, but I see lots of higher grades doing this and competitors, right? And they are literally doing this. It comes out and it hits them on the side to give that sound of the punch. That's a false power as well. We want real power. So tuck that elbow in, bring the hand back, and execute the punch. All at the same time, breathe out. At the same time, when you want it to happen, you breathe out. It's the same time as a punch, at the same time as this hand comes back. Okay, you engage the hips, you breathe out naturally, and you get the power you want. You're not going to feel a massive amount of power for a while. To get that synchronization, well, people think it's easy. It is not. It's a very complex thing, guys. That's why we cannot teach beginners this. They won't get it. They don't get it. And as I said, when I first felt the power, I was well into my brown belts. And it was like a eureka moment for me. I thought I never want to lose this. And if I miss 2 weeks training and I come back, I lost it. So that gives you a clue, guys. Constant, consistent training. Daily training. Okay? Those of you that want to get that power quicker. Those of you that want to get to black belt quicker. Those of you that want to experience higher level karate quicker. You train more regular. Okay? Kids, obviously, you need to be supervised. So this is how you want to increase the power naturally, okay, guys? Now, let me just recap, okay? So you learn to punch, proper rotation, bring back the hand, which is called hikate. You engage the hips, okay? The snap, which is not easy to do, okay? You have to keep practicing that. And then the breath out. Please, more false power, more, another, this is a third alarm bell for false power. Heavy breathing out. So you get people breathing out like this from the throat, not from the diaphragm. Natural. Singers, they breathe out deeply and out. They bring their voices from here. I'm not an expert on singing, guys, but if I'm not mistaken, they sing from right down in the belly. Okay, not the throat. That's why you can't hear an accent when someone sings, usually. And we are the same. That's where our power comes from for each technique. By the way, this is not how to just how to increase power of the punch. It goes for every arm technique that you do. Bringing the arm back. With Shuto, it's to here. Different action. Okay? So, don't do this. False power. Okay? And it's bad for you as well. You're going to get a sore throat, obviously. So, that's how you want to naturally get your power from the punch, guys. Okay? So, where was I? Recap, punch. Learn to punch. Keep that elbow tucked in. Bring that back enough. Engage the hips. Tense at the end for a very, very, very split second moment. It's difficult to say a time, but just and that. It's that quick. You breathe out and relax the body. And so that brings in the whole of the body, power. And then the breath as well. Okay? So that is, how does power come? Continuous training and listening to your senseis to do the correct breathing with it and all of what I've mentioned. Now, how else could you improve power of the punch? Okay? Increase power of the punch. Exercises. Okay? Hitting an actual kick and punch bag. Okay? So, guys, I highly recommend, whatever age you are, practice on a pad or a bag, a kick bag, or a man like this. Derek we call him. Okay? You want to feel the power of your punch on a pad at some point. Years ago, in Japan, Okinawa, or wherever they train, they would, and they still do, some people, in their garden they'd have a solid plank of strong wood deep into the ground with a little bit of, I think it was rope, wrapped around the top, and they punched it continuously. Now, we're not talking about the old days where they kept punching it 100, 200 a day till they formed calluses. You don't need to do that. Okay, that's an old-fashioned thing. That's extreme. So anybody who wants to do that, that's their choice. But you don't have to do that. Okay, that's how they conditioned their punches. Makiwara, it's called. Okay, striking post, I think. I think post. So you're going to increase your power and feel it by hitting something. And that's why we hit pads with all the kids and adults. The softer the pad, the younger the child, the younger the person, the softer the pad to begin with. Okay, adults, youths, you can hit kick pads, but beware. Always start off slow. Okay, because you need to build up the power of the wrist and the arm. And the last thing you can do to increase your power is, for all the people, use dumbbells. Okay, certain exercises with dumbbells. You want to know how to use dumbbells to improve your power? Just let me know. Press ups, great exercise for increasing the power, improving your punches and all upper body techniques. Okay, so that's a quick class on how to improve your increase your power in your punch, and also the speed, guys. We didn't talk about speed. That's another That's another class in itself. Any questions, please let me know. Please try everything you've heard today with children. Make sure you're supervised. But in terms of the punch, practice it. Breathe out. Do exercises daily. Okay? Don't just wait for training. Okay, then when you go to training, you'll see the difference, how much the practice helps. Okay guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that.